Alright, this video I'm going to speak about too much healthy food is not good. So what do I mean by that? Now, the way that I do things, the way that I pretty much live my life is that I do not depend on so-called experts or professionals. And the reason is because there's a lot of corruption in this world. So what I depend on is my inner truth, my inner wisdom within. So I don't just, oh, this person has a PhD, oh, he knows everything. Or this person is a scientist, so I'm just going to listen to everything he says. Or I go to this doctor and I'm just going to listen to everything that he tells me to do. I don't do it that way. I just pay attention to myself within. So when it comes to nutrition, I pay attention to how my body responds to certain foods and how I feel. Because ultimately what's most important is that you feel good inside, that you have energy, that, if you're eating something that's not right, your body should tell you. Now, what I mean by that we should not be eating too much healthy food is, I believe that if you start to eat too healthy, your body will start to reject other types of foods. So if you never eat meat and then all of a sudden you're a vegetarian, you never eat meat, and then all of a sudden you eat meat, you may get sick, very sick. And it's very hard for your body to digest that. So you completely eliminate it, then now you are lowering the variety of foods that you can eat in order to survive. So yes, we live in a very developed country, and we have a lot of resources, but at the same time this world is very overpopulated, and that's a huge problem, especially when it comes to resources such as food and water. And they're really having a hard time figuring out how we're supposed to feed all these people on this planet. We gotta kill more animals, kill more fish, plant more crops just to feed everybody, and it's a huge problem. So what they do is they inject like chickens and animals with certain steroids and chemicals, so then they can reproduce quicker. And then now you got you're eating food that has all this genetically, all these chemicals inside, genetically enhanced food and all this other stuff. And now there's this big craze about organic foods where they're saying, oh, this is organic, it's natural, there's no growth hormones, there's no pesticides or whatever, So but that stuff is hard to find. I mean, you gotta go, the only place they got now is Whole Foods, that has, one of the places, Whole Foods, that has more of that natural food. But at the same time, they charge a lot more. So you might have an organic banana for 99 cents a pound, and then you got the regular bananas for 49 cents a pound. And another thing is, how do you know if it's truly organic? You could just throw an organic sticker on there and then double the price, and all of a sudden the person that's eating it, they don't even know. If you can't taste the difference, then how do you truly know that this is an organic orange and this is not? So this is something where they can, it could be a huge profiting scheme for the people that are in control of this stuff. And they say, oh, this chicken is $8 a pound and it's organic, and then the regular chicken is 99 cents a pound. That's 8 times more than the regular price. And then how do you truly know if that chicken is really organic, or if it's really was not fed growth hormones and all this other stuff? So we put a lot of trust in the FDA, and we put a lot of trust in the people who regulate all this stuff, but at the same time, if this is a political thing, if this is mainly for profit, and we can't trust these experts, then we're in big trouble. Because if they say that this has this much calcium and this much protein, and they say that this is actually healthy, but then it's actually not healthy, actually doesn't have that calcium, doesn't have these vitamins, then we're in big trouble. Because then we don't know what we're putting in our bodies. But if we pay attention to how this food makes us feel, then that's a very important indicator. Now, a lot of these doctors may not be giving you making a video. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of these doctors may not be giving you the best advice because they may be profit motivated. So meaning, say in order to heal yourself from a certain sickness, all you had to do is eat oranges. But then he might not want to tell you that. He might just be like, oh, just take this drug, take this prescription, because now the pharmaceuticals are profiting, he's profiting, and he's been encouraged to promote drugs opposed to natural healing methods. So I know that's a huge thing in the West now, where there's a lot of politics involved in the health industry, and you're not really getting the real knowledge and the real wisdom that you need in order to keep yourself healthy. So therefore, it's very hard to trust any of these experts, these so-called experts. But what you do is you need to trust yourself within, and basically determine for yourself what is best, for your body. So what I mean, going back to the topic of like not eating too healthy, is that this world is filled with so much genetically modified food that real good food is hard to find. And if you limit yourself too much to the point where you will only eat like organic stuff and that's it. I mean, first you gotta have a lot of money to do that, and second, it's gonna be hard to the survival level is gonna be harder, because say there's less and less food, and then there's no organic foods, and then all you have left is just genetically modified foods, and then your body's rejecting all that stuff. That's not a good thing. My opinion is that you should eat as healthy as you can, but also allow your body to be able to eat a variety of things. Now, I'm not saying to go overboard with it, but to have a hot dog like every week or every 2 weeks is not that bad. But if your body just completely rejects hot dogs, rejects spaghetti, rejects pizza, rejects steak, rejects all this stuff, and all you have left to eat is just like veggies and fruits and rice, and that's it, that's decreasing your chances of survival. Because say there like there's been this rice problem in Thailand or something, and then they just can't make rice anymore, or rice is like $50 a pound or something, and then now you got to eat something else, and then your body's rejecting it. That's a problem. I say that yes, we need to eat healthy foods, but I believe that junk food is better than no food. So I think every now and then you should allow your body to eat a variety of things, so then your body does not reject everything but that it considers unhealthy. Certain things can be completely eliminated, and it's up to your discretion. I eliminated caffeine from what I eat. I eliminated alcohol. I don't drink that at all. I eliminated I eliminate a lot of I eliminated all pop. I pretty much eliminated like burgers in a way. I don't really eat that much. So when it comes to that stuff, my body rejects it. But I do eat like spaghetti, I do eat pizza, I do eat ice cream. I do eat like stuff like that every now and then. I eat a lot of sandwiches, but what I'm saying is just pay attention to how your body feels, and what you eat. eat as healthy as you can, but don't go overboard with it to the point where your body starts rejecting like everything. I don't think that's the way. I think we need to balance it out. You know, we mainly eat healthy, and then sometimes, you know, you eat other stuff.